Can you anyone like just go through the last week content once? Just kind of review so that tells us last week or all the week. What did you learn? The keywords. Anyone?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So we have started learning about Git. So what is Git and
Mhm.
what is a repo and how we can integrate with the like local and GitHub. So how the connection and even how we can connect like HTTPS, SSH, and we have learned how to connect to the local to Git repo.
Mhm.
Even we have learned about the CI/CD for the static website using automation server called like Jenkins. So we have learned about how we can create the code on the local and how we can push to repo. From there, how we can take to the automation server called Jenkins. So there, from there, how the we can do automate the CA and CD. So overall, actually, we have learned from starting to end about how we can do with the automation server with the CI/CD using Git repo.
Okay, okay. How to check like the what are the files you added to the local repo or something? How to check? What are the commands you know? What are the Git commands?
So Git commands.
Yeah, some Git commands. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we have means like we can check the means like status and uh, even we can means like if you ask me like how to check what are the files are there. So
Git status.
uh, yeah, Git status.
Git status will tell you that what are the files has been modified, what are the files in which area, new files
Right.
came, or which files are git log. These two commands you can run as many as times, not a problem. These commands. Uh,
Right.
these two commands, when you modify a file, when you delete a file, something, you want to commit your changes. You want to bring your changes to repo that in that case. Next, to check which branch you are in, Git branch. To create a new branch,
Git checkout hyphen B.
branch name this thing to check to switch from one branch to another branch, git checkout branch.
Branch.
These are the basic commands. So git clone, you know, right? Git clone to get the existing repo. Git you need to create a new repo in the local repo. Then one more command, git remove.
Remote set origin.
Yeah, this is the one. Git yeah, remote set origin something. Yeah, branch name to set up when you do thing, right? Very important the here after commit na, very important one, git push origin branch name or normal git push. If you here if you set this one, you can push directly like this. These are some basic commands we will be interacting it. But if you try to use VS Code, right, these are the commands we will get eliminated majority times. So git add, git commit you can do from the VS Code itself. So that these are the commands we went through. And very important, right? You know, the in a repo, you will have something called what are that? Branches. Very
Branches.
important is the branches. Very important is the branching.
Strategy.
It's up to the company. Based upon the company to company, it will vary. Some companies very strict, they'll follow main and develop. Remaining there will be feature branch. You cannot push. You cannot push directly to two branches, main and develop. All the changes, if you want to push, you have to push to your feature branch. Changes will come from feature. You have to raise an MR or PR, pull request. Then someone will review your MR. You have to give that link to them. They will see your code, all are good or not. Then they will approve that. And what very important is in your feature branch, if there are many commits are there, multiple commits. It's not recommended to bring from feature branch to develop or to main, from feature to main or feature to develop, whatever the two branches. Don't don't bring all your commits there. Good practice to make all in your feature commits to single commit. There is a one concept called rebase or squash that we use it from feature branch. If 10 commits are there, you did 10 changes and all, we will make that 10 as a single commit, then we will raise an MR. That is the good approach. Right now in SEM, when you raise an MR, from your feature branch, one checkbox will come, squash something. If you do checkbox, automatically your 10 commits will go as a single commit. That is the recommended. So you should know that there is a concept called protected branches. We will not able to push all our changes. That you should know. That is very important. I mean, SEM point of view. And you know what is the SEM? Like the all our developers, not only developers, infrastructure code, as application code, whatever thumb rule, whatever you wrote it, keep that code in the repo. That's what the good recommendation. Why? That's from where that software will get delivered. If you keep in your local, no one get shared that data, right? If you keep that code in somewhere, SEA main purpose is store, share, and something like kind of auditing, like who did what time, something under to check it. And these are the advantages for us, like the branching strategy. All those are all benefits we will get from SEM. Cool. So last time what we did was we deployed. You can have your infrastructure code also, but instead of that, I took a sample example which you already know with the context. I took HTML code. I kept that HTML code from my local to remote in a feature branch. Then I code is there in SEM, but we need to deploy to the target server. This is our objective. Your code was there at SEM, but we have target server is Apache because just I took an example since you already habituated this in the initial time. So it's a HTML code we had, and we wanted to deploy since two contexts I'm talking. One is the VM, another is the containers. Containers is not right now immediately. VM we had. In the VM, I have installed Apache, but this is a separate server. But from here, you can deploy, but there is a good practice you need to go. Why? Like, for example, if you make Artifactory, some kind of that versioning will come. Last time we tested, right? If you remember, we had two jobs. Like one is specifically CI/CD for non-prod environment, but production, we don't do package every time. We used to roll back. Last time we tested, right? In a Jenkins job, you can provide an option, which package you want to deliver. That job, whatever the job we have configured, that will not build a package. Previously, non-prod environment, whatever the package you build it, same package we will use for production. So we went with this kind of setup. We deployed one code and then we roll back it. With this, we are using one tool to deliver this code from SCM to Apache. We had used Jenkins, but the Jenkins we were using multiple purpose. One is for CA, another is for CD. CA is to make a package store in Artifactory. I'm using an S3 because it's a static files. You can keep it in S3, not a problem. Then CD for just I created one simple job. In the job, just deploy commands will be there. That SSH commands and all something like we have seen, right? These examples. Go top, right? You have seen some examples. These are all the commands to from Jenkins you are deploying to the target server. These are the some commands we have. From Jenkins, you are able to control to the target server. These are the commands. So first we had an issue. First I wanted to make a first cut without having issues. Just I made like kind of multiple SSH commands. But you should know that these are all the commands you are running from Jenkins, but you will be running inside the Apache. These are the ones. If you have multiple Apaches, you can have multiple Apaches. This I will write one for loop. In the for loop, I will pass all these IP addresses, saying commands first pick one IP address, second time another IP address, third time IP address. In a loop, all these commands will get executed. So let me make an simple architecture this way. Let's go first here itself so that you will have. This is the Jenkins we have. And we are accessing the Jenkins UI. This is the Jenkins UI. In the Jenkins UI, you will be creating the pipeline job. In the GUI, you will give the SCM URL branch. You think it here is the SCM, for example. This is the SCM. So you will give this information in the GUI. Already you could have generated behind whatever you are doing, right? From here, the commands will run behind on the OS. They will run on the OS. With what user, if you know? With the this user, Jenkins user. This user. Now, so whatever this, if you want to interact with as you did, right, as a kind of dev or DevOps guy, we will be interacting with the same to SCM as well. There will be protocols, you know, right? SCM, HTTPS or SSH. We are going with SSH, key generated in my local, copy to SCM to my profile. Same way in the Jenkins also. Here, this is your laptop. Here, all these GUI operations will be done by the Jenkins user. I went into the Jenkins user. I switched with the sudo scy-s bin bash because Jenkins user will not have a shell like EC2 user or root user. I did -s extra. Then generated the key. That key I have copied here. From then we are able to get the code from here. Now I have a server here. Apache is running. We can deploy directly from here to here. But the drawback is, in case if there is any code bug or something, if they want to revert, that is what our job. Mostly we will be reverting it in case if there is an issue. So I wanted to make that job instead of deploying from here to here. We went the first step, first cut is we made a package, uploaded the package into Artifactory. Uploaded the package. It's a zip file. We uploaded here. Then second step, this is the first, when you are making a package, we are making, if you remember, with the build number, that 1, 2, 3 something number. For every commit also you can make, there is a one kind of option, right? Whenever developer pushes a code, Jenkins has a good options. How do you trigger that build job? One is poll SEM periodically, second like manually. The other option was a webhook. I have given this Jenkins URL here. When there is a new commit comes to this repo, based upon that branch or repo, uh, we have given Jenkins URL that automatically will trigger this job. Automatically will trigger the job. Then whatever the steps you have given to that job, they will get executed. The commands will, steps in the sense commands only. Earlier, all those, if you remember, when we started the initial time classes, I created EC2, manually we logged in SSH, then wget we did, extracted it, copied to var ww. Here, instead of you doing those commands, give those commands in the GUI here, Jenkins GUI or somewhere. Based of earlier, that was internet code. Now we are not getting the internet code. We are getting our own developer code written by and then pushed into SCM. Bring this package. Earlier we were downloading from here. Now we are making our that whatever the internet code, but in the company's, right, we will not expose our company code into outside. That's where we keep a private Artifactory. Inside within the company, it will get accessed. Get the zip, second cut here, copy that zip directly here, then extract it here. All this we were doing with these commands. These simple commands we were doing it. So now let me log into the Apache ones. I'm so sorry, Jenkins. I'll log into the Jenkins ones. Where was that? So now you see, right, with the Jenkins, we are avoiding the login to the servers as well, SSH. Who is doing SSH for us here? No, you are doing SSH, but who is doing
Jenkins.
for SSH?
Jenkins.
Jenkins is doing for you. You are giving the commands to Jenkins. Here you see, right? Run all these commands for me. Jenkins will do the target server SSH. You can keep all these commands in one line, like semicolon here. Last time we had a syntax issue. So you will have a lot of jobs like this. Lot of jobs. If you have more applications, more environments, it's up to some companies. What they do? Some companies for production separate Jenkins, for non-production separate Jenkins they'll use. But production job, right, will pull the Artifactory from whichever done by the non-prod Jenkins only. Some companies they'll go different Jenkins URLs also. Production separate Jenkins, non-production separate Jenkins, because they don't want to give production Jenkins access to developers. Production completely owned by the developer, sorry, DevOps guys. Non-production completely we will give access to developer or QA team or internal team. So we will give them. Some projects I have seen it. 2 Jenkins you will have it, or in 1 Jenkins only you will have all of them also. It's up to that their strategy, and you will have a different job stage, pre-production, production, separate jobs will be there for one application only. But for production, we don't do package every time. Already which is done for stage, tested that package only we will give to the production environment. That you need to keep that. Cool. So when you have number of jobs, right? Like number of jobs generally here. If you do click here, right? Whatever the clicks here, behind where they will be running on what OS? What OS they are running. Now I'll go here. I'll do simple click here. Like for example, build now.
And it is running in Jenkins OS, right? Whichever we have installed in Jenkins.
Behind what OS they'll be running. If you give this URL to developer, hey, do and then tell me what OS. Does he know like what OS, how much EBS volume?
No, we don't.
He don't know,
We
right?
don't. Right.
But who knows it? Let's say developer or you. You have given this URL. Who
Yeah,
knows?
we know. We knows.
You are the infrastructure guy.
Right.
And the developer point of view, he is the SaaS person, SaaS guy. He just using the application. So now you got it right. If more applications are there, how many applications currently we are managing for all this?
There are
currently now. You created all these jobs for how many applications?
One application.
That too on the VM only, for example. Now, if you go to the environment, right, more applications will be there. Now, many people will be running the jobs. Jenkins, right? The Jenkins. How many jobs, how many times I can run based upon this number? Based upon this number. How many jobs can run at a time here? No?
2.
This is called executor. It will run only 2. If more than 2 comes, if more than, in that case, how many developers are, like how many people can use at a time while running this job?
2.
They can access the UI, but they cannot trigger all continuously parallelly. They cannot trigger all this. How many jobs can trigger now? 2. If you trigger more than 2, they will be in the queue. They will be in the pending status. They will be in pending. Your jobs will be in pending. Now, you have to wait, right, till like in the queue, right? So one person complete, next I will go in the queue, second time in the queue, something, right? For example. So now that's where this is one of the interview questions they may ask you, like, how can I trigger parallelly more jobs and all? This number we need to increase. This number. When you increase this number, behind that CPU memory should more for that EC2 mission. If you ask me, like my environment, Jenkins, we had a 16 CPU almost all, like very big we had. And one more thing, what we did was, we created one architecture. We created some more EC2 missions. Some more EC2 missions. All these we use for Jenkins purpose only. We have connected these EC2 missions to Jenkins. We have connected these missions to Jenkins. Why? Whenever task comes here, like tell me, Kubernetes architecture will master run applications or worker nodes in Kubernetes?
Worker nodes.
For same model, you think it, I have one Jenkins master. This is called controller something. And these are some workers, you think it. Whenever you created a job, you want to run that job, we will not run the job on the master. We will give the job to some slaves. Slaves has been removed now. Something like kind of Jenkins worker, you can think it now. Now, whenever you want to run the task, let's say, for example, I have added three EC2 missions now. These 3 EC2 missions, you think it, 2 executors, 2. You will get here node 1, node 2, node 3, and 2 executors. Now, parallelly running the jobs you will run on the master as well as two. You will run on the worker nodes as well too. With this, what will happen? Number of
Load
jobs
will distribute.
parallelly. You no need to be in the queue, right? Let's trigger as many as jobs. You can increase that. Now, what I
We
mean,
can't do this in EKS.
what is that? Sorry.
No, we can't do automation server. We can't Jenkins. We can't create with using EKS.
We can create. You can run Jenkins. You can run on the case also. You can run.
So
Like,
that the load will automatically will increase, right? Decrease, right?
yeah, it will increase. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
We will observe that. We will see that what you are talking the context. Just bear with me.
Understood.
What I was
Understood.
telling is, for Jenkins, I will add extra EC2 missions, some more. But we will not install Jenkins here. No Jenkins here. We will not install in these missions. We will not install. No Jenkins here. We will not install. But I will create this as a Jenkins. Some keyword they call. Let me see. I forgot that keyword. Second. Agent. Yeah. You can think Jenkins agents. These are Jenkins agents. Separate EC mission. Jenkins agent 1. Why are we bringing the Jenkins agents? Any thoughts?
To reduce the load.
Yeah. What do you mean by reduce the load?
It's like available, increasing the more people to available using this system.
Currently, Jenkins can run how many jobs now? Two. I will create 2 more EC2 missions. I will install one agent, just agent, no Jenkins. Jenkins will be on one place only, here only. I will connect these missions to my Jenkins here. I can connect you. If you go right here, manage Jenkins here, manage Jenkins. Somewhere you see right, nodes, new node. It will ask you that new node. It will ask you some kind of agent 1 and agent, some GU options. Here, how many executors, how many jobs you want to run on this slave are the behind guy? Which path you want to use whenever you are running the job? Some what is that? This is called workspace. You can keep /opt also. Workspace, you can give it like this. You can give it which path you want to. Somewhere you will be entering the IP address. Launch agent via SSH. Here you will be giving the another EC2 mission IP address. EC2 mission. Now we need to create some more EC2 missions. We have to give a IP address or the PEM file. You want to go with the key something PEM file. We will go in here. Now you will add this node. Next time, whenever any job will come, you want to run. Jenkins, what it will do, what it does internally, it will not run on this. It will run on the agents. Why? If the Jenkins goes down, this EC2 mission goes down, this UI also you cannot access, right? This UI also.
Right.
That's where I don't want to put more load on this mission. Job comes, give that execution to these jobs, these missions, these EC2 missions. Like in my environment, right, almost we had almost 16 agents, 16 separate EC2 missions itself. These are for end users or internal teams purpose, what the agents will be used?
Internal team.
All are for our internal to manage it. So you should know that there are the executors in the Jenkins. Why executors? Why do we need executor? How many jobs you can run? If more executors are there, you don't want to put load on the master, then create a one agent, attach that agent to your EC2 mission. To Jenkins in the GUI. Next time any job comes, you go here, right? You will get one option also. If you go now, if you have you will get an option here. Go to the job. Here, somewhere you will get an option. Here. Restrict this job where you want to run. In the master or in the agent. If you select agent, automatically your job will go to the downstream here. It will trigger here. Then, so that this will be free up. This will be free up. Can I run the jobs on the master? You can run it. If these are some issues are there, right? By default, the job will run on the master itself. Master itself. Why we don't run jobs on the master? Because we don't want to put burden on the master, and then if this goes down, it will impact total GUI itself. It's all simple. We don't want to put load on the master. Keep that thought. There will be separate EC2 machines. Now, to manage your, not only for end user applications, for this also you need to pay to the AWS because you are running EC2 machines, right? You need to pay for that as well. Now, some few people, what they do, whenever you run a job, we will bring up an EC2 machine in the AWS. We will bring up that on the fly. The job will complete. The EC2 machine will goes down. That's a good approach, right? Running this EC2 machine statically always. When you run a job in the sense, this is called, let's say for example, this is the one. Now you click right here. When you do click behind, where it is running behind right now. When you do a click right behind, where it is running.
It's running in it's like in Jenkins mission, right?
This mission. Now,
Right, master.
Yeah, like me people, there are 10 people will be using the jobs. You cannot run 10 jobs on that mission because why? You cannot run concurrent 10 jobs because how many limited here?
It will support only 2.
You can increase this number, but if you increase this number, you need to have behind more CPU, more memory as well. That's where we don't want to put more load on the master. We will create extra EC2 missions. We will create extra. Where was this? Extra EC2 missions. We will give them one label, some kind of label we will give. In the job, we will map to that label. Hey, go here, something. Next time, if you run the job, this master will give to those agents. If this agents goes down, let it go down, not a problem. This GUI will be available. I can map that job to another agent also. So with that, what will happen? Concurrently, you can run the builds. Concurrently, parallelly, many people can run the jobs. That is the one. Second, another approach. You have to pay for these EC2 missions, right? Continuously, if they're running continuously. Other approach was, there are some kind of options in the Jenkins. When you run a job, EC2 mission will come up. It will execute your commands, your steps, and EC2 mission will goes down. Which is the good option? Option 1, running EC2 mission continuously. Second option, whenever I run a job, EC2 mission will come up, it will goes down. What is the one? Second one. Now you tell me, you know already the story, okay? Let's go here. Yes. Concurrent builds, that is called executors. And one more, master and agent. Now master is getting called controller. This is the one where you will access the GUI. You can run jobs here also if you want. You can run jobs on the agents also. These agents can be EC2 mission. Okay. Now these agents can be static or dynamic EC2. Benefit with the dynamic EC2, what is the benefits you will get?
Means, it will come and it will go. Means we'll pay whenever it is live. Pay on use and the first thing, and it's like cost saving, the first option.
Yeah.
And no need to maintain.
Yeah. Now the other question I'll ask. How much time it will take for EC2 mission to come up?
So through automation, it will take at least 5 minutes. 5 minutes at least.
5 minutes, right? Till that 5 minutes, who has to wait? Let's say one developer wanted to build something. He
developer.
Simple. Let's say for example, kubectl get command also. I wanted to give to the Jenkins, but I don't want to run on the master. I want to run on the agent. kubectl get PO. How long you need to wait for that command?
5 minutes then in that case.
Now you tell me, we can attach some agents with your mindset. You connect the dots. Okay. You know already the story. Someone, whatever you learned till now, that that has to come up very immediately. That has to run your instructions that can go with one option. Which technology I can use as agents?
EKS.
This is why 5 minutes. I can have agents on KTS also. KTS also, I can have it. What will happen? Whenever you trigger a job, automatically who will come? One pod will come for you. Automatically one pod. Inside the pod, the steps will get executed. These steps can copy to Apache. From here, you can copy to any server. Everything will be ready here. Now pod will come up very like EC2 mission time or immediately it will come.
Immediately.
Now, which is recommended? EC2 is recommended or pods is recommended as agents?
Pods.
Pods. That we will see. That is next our objective. Okay. You think it. So my objective was in the interview, they'll ask you how many jobs you can run concurrently. Like this is your learning. You can say like right now, I mean here, but in the organization, right, it's up to that. Based upon the OS resources, we will go. As I said, right, 16 EC2 mission, we had 20 executors. 20 executors we had for 16 CPU EC2 mission. And we were having heavy workloads. Our jobs will run. Now job is running simply, right? We used to create RDS for developers, right? On the fly, we used to create. Our jobs sometimes will take like 2 hours also. One job. One job used to take 2 hours also. Bigger jobs were there. Now, let's increase it. Executors. Go here. This was the node. Somewhere. Yeah, this is how. Let's go here. Click on the build executor status or something. Click on that number. And the built-in node, we have one node only. Go for configure here. Somewhere you see right here. 2. You can increase this to 10. This as much as node. This is the save this. Now you see right, you will have an option. Now how many jobs you can run concurrently now? Parallel, how many jobs? If you go more than 10, if they are running more than 10, the jobs will be in which status?
Queue.
Queue. They'll be in the queue. They'll be waiting till those other jobs has been to be completed. That is the one. Interview point of view. This one. Next other one. Now let's say my jobs are in the queue. My jobs are in the queue. And some jobs are running something. Now, some situations you did some kind of upgradations of the Jenkins or something. This is the interview point of I'm telling it. Okay. The question is, if I restart the Jenkins EC2, if I restart something like the Jenkins something, I don't want to lose my queued jobs. Because I need to ask to the developer, say trigger the jobs again and all something. So there is an option called a safe restart. Safe restart. You need to install one plugin in the Jenkins. The other way option is in the URL, right? You can keep like this something after 8080. No? Safe restart Jenkins URL. You need to put like this. How to restart the safe. This is the normal restart if you do it right. If you go to the 1 second, what do you mean? How do you stop Jenkins? Systemctl stop.
Stop Jenkins.
If you do like this, right? Whatever the jobs in the queue, whatever they'll running, they'll get killed immediately. They'll get killed immediately. This is called, you can say that the hard killing of the hard restart. Good approach is to don't do from behind OS. Do from the Jenkins itself. Say you go to the URL, you put like this, safe restart. This is the one way. The other way was, so the interview point of I'm telling, manage Jenkins. Go to the manage Jenkins. You see right here, plugins. Go to the plugin. Check for safe restart. Available plugin.
Available plugin.
Yeah. Search for safe. Yeah, this one. Just install this. Install. See option. Install after restart. Like install. Install this. In the left side, you will get an option after installing. Don't restart Jenkins. Go back to here. You see right now you will get an option. If you click this, your whatever the jobs, right, they'll get saved somewhere. Next time if Jenkins comes, they'll get resume again. And some jobs, what Jenkins does, when already their jobs are running, Jenkins has a good intelligence. It can predict when the job will get over. It has a intelligence. If jobs are about to complete, it will wait till that time. Or if jobs will take longer time, it will restart and then again it will resume. So one of the interview question, how do you restart the Jenkins? Answer is the safe restart. You say that we have installed a plugin. We restart with the plugin so that the jobs will not get lost. Two things. How to increase the number of jobs parallelly? Jobs in the sense, this clicks. When you click it behind OS will start a one process, right? Concurrent process, that is called. And one more, without losing the jobs, we don't put burden on the master. Best to share the load on the agents, behind agents. And agents can be EC2 missions. Two things, static agents again, dynamic agents, or one more, Kubernetes pods also. Up to you. What is the recommended? Up to that company. I have seen static agents as well. In my company, right, we were using still static agents for some projects. Some projects we have dynamic agents also, and some based upon the application to application. Because once technology comes, right, Kubernetes, we are moving. Previously, we were still static only. That's one. Cool. So few things here. Let me put it here. What is executor? Parallel. That is called executor. Safe restart. Why?
Without losing the running jobs.
So losing the jobs.
Active.
Yeah. Pending jobs info. They'll get resume again. They'll continue from there. Otherwise, let's say some jobs will be running 2 days and then you restarted it. They have to wait for again 2 days. That's where, right, time will get lost. That's what one option. And one more option, controller. This is in the older days, master agents. This is called the slaves. This is the nowadays technical keyword they don't call as a slaves or master. They're calling controller and agents. When you heard agent, let me put you one more keyword. This can be called as a runner as well. Runner.
Nodes also, right?
Yeah, you can say nodes also. Nodes also. Yeah. This is can I run the jobs on the controller or the master? Can I?
Yes.
You can run. But good practice is to wait to run, not on this. Run on this guy. If they have some issues, you flip to master. Here you can flip it. That's Jenkins will take care of that advantage. Good. So now with this, you know some keywords around the Jenkins runner. Runner is the one where your commands will get executed. Agent is the one, the SSH commands, not here. This will deliver to here, this guy. Some keywords you know. Good. So my objective now, you know already the story. I'll take on top of that only, okay? Same application we will take. We will merge our code from feature to develop. We will merge our code. I mean to say merge in the sense, we will pull request, we will do that. Yes. We will merge code from one branch to another branch also. That's what my objective. Another one, where we are deploying currently.
Yes, same.
Currently, where did we deploy it?
Okay, in Apache server.
In KTS or VM?
VM.
My objective now, let's deploy it to KTS also. This is the one first cut. I'm taking static application. Next, we will flip into some dynamic application. Okay, so that's where we'll see. My objective now, let's bring same application into. This is what your job. This is what the interview question you will get it. Did you work migration of monolithic to microservice? I'm taking sample application only, static code. No. This is the code. This is the code. Tell me now what I need to do. This is the code. You guys were deploying previously in the VM. Now you need to deploy to Kubernetes. What has to be readily available? Now tell me. Earlier you were deploying to VM. Apache was running. And you have a URL also. You think you had given to you end user also this URL. Now you want to deploy monolithic to micro. What has to be ready?
Docker file, Helm charts, deployment YAMLs,
That is called manifest
manifest.
YAMLs.
Yeah,
Now, now one more. Some more should be ready, right? These are there.
Yeah.
Infrastructure and something has to be available, no?
Yeah, we need to create a, if we are going with ECR, we have to create a ECR, and we have to, if you're going with EKS, we have to create a EKS.
No, 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 no. ECR obviously should be needed, right?
Yeah.
Next, you should be having
Flash.
the EKS
EKS.
also. In the EKS, end user, this application I want to expose to outside world.
Yeah, we have.
But one guy should
We
be
have to create
available.
service, ingress controller and services.
They should be already readily available. You got it right?
Yeah.
And we need to deploy this application to not to the default. In the Kubernetes, right? You can separate applications, right? With using one concept. I don't want to deploy all at once. I want to create my own dedicated pool of objects. Namespace, exactly. Yes.
And namespace.
Namespace. Now, you know, right? When you say this, this URL should be available. That is the one prerequisite for monolithic to microservice. This is what the question they ask you. What did you work on the monolithic to microservice? Whatever required to run the microservice, I worked on that infrastructure setup, all the setup behind. That is the one. Next. This is there. Let's go here. You tell me. Did in the monolithic to micro, do you work on this setup? Do you touch this thing?
No.
Who will take care of this code changes?
Developer.
Developer. Your job is to this one. Tell me now.
from HTTP.
Yeah, we have to write from HTTP. That is,
Why you went with HTTPD? Why can't Nginx?
yeah, we can go because we have already used, because it is working with the Apache already. That's why we are using Apache.
Okay. Why you went from HTTPD directly? You can go with some Ubuntu and you can install, sorry, you can go with something CentOS like our Amazon Linux. You can install up from yum install Apache. You can do right. Yum
Because it's already, the image is already available on the repos. It's like a hub. So we don't want to increase our codes. And we can do directly because it's already available, publicly available.
Yeah. Here I can make one thing, right? This guy, CMD. I can say some simple system. What was that? System CTL start HTTP. I can go. That is the official image. Simple funda. The runtime software. You are saying HTTP, right? If that not available in the Docker, if it is not a official guy, I don't have an option. I need to go with these options only. With these options.
Right.
That
Right.
HTTP is the official one, authorized one, and they're supporting. If there is any bug in the previous version, they are working and then they're pushing that fixes still. That's where I'm preferring it. If they're not supporting that, if they're not contributing much effort, I'll skip that HTTPD. I will build my own image. You can do like this also. Let's say for example, simple install HTTPD on CentOS Docker image. Docker file sample. You can take this. This is official they're using. We don't want to use. Building Apache server, sample one application. Oh my God. This is the one. They're taking from Ubuntu. Some prerequisite you should know. This one. Why it is highlighted? Some this one. Run. Expose, that's okay, metadata. And the other one is the CMD. Let's remove these quotes. This is some different quotes here. In the interviews, they'll expect you to write at least sample like this Docker file. They'll ask you to share screen. What is the good approach? You can make this one, right? What is the good approach? In this, tell me some recommendations in this.
Yeah, we have to put it on single line instead of using
Yeah.
so many lines.
Just good approach was, right? Or was that training? Let's say that Docker file Ubuntu. Here you are taking Ubuntu image. On top of that, you are installing the Apache. You are installing like this. So good approach was, as you guys were telling, not to go with this. Was a good approach. Let's keep here. Undone. If the line is bigger, you can put slash next line.
Wrap.
Here, na? Next one more. Undone. If you have multiple lines, right, you can keep undone slash like this also. You can bring like this also. So that this way it will be neat. After undone slash enter. This way also. This way also. Now you are using, if you go with this concept, right, now you have installed Apache. Next one is a very important task you have to tell. Here Apache installed. Next, you should use copy dot all these files. Copy all these
Yeah.
files to which path? Slash where
Where slash www slash
HTML. Copy all these files. Copy. This is what you have to do. Now, in future, let's say if there is some bug in this package, some kind of vulnerabilities are there, you need to fix yourself something. You have to find an alternative. But for us, right, you can go with this approach also. You can go with this. Different base images also they'll be using. There will be Alpine. Up to that requirement, something and all. I'll keep and add some of them. Now let's go very simple one for now. Docker file. Very lightweight. Instead of putting those efforts, right? This is how they will go. It's up to them. This from very simple. It's HTTP. Next, copy
dot slash where slash www slash HTML.
local Apache to htdocs, right?
Yes.
They'll copy to this path in the Docker, not to the var.w. If you
Correct.
take this image, right, this is your image.
Correct. Yeah. Got
This
it.
is whose image? The
Docker image.
Docker of people. They installed separately in this path. You can go with this approach. And entry point, everything will be defined in their place only. Nice. Now Docker file is there. This is what your job. You have to make like this. Next, Docker file is there. Next, let's create.
We need to create a like Helm charts.
Let's go with this simple deploy folder. I'll create a deploy folder. Okay, for now, simple here. Let's create individual MLs. Deploy.ml and one more svc.ml and one more ing.ml. Ingress ML. Okay. In the deployment.ml, let's get the some code. You know, right? Helm will give you the code. Let me get the sample. Why you went with the no? Can you guys tell me syntax? API version blah blah.
App version. Yeah. API version.
That you should remember. Create a deployment, rollout replica, new pods, create a deployment. This is the one. Copy this code as it is. Nginx replace with Apache. Static. Replace here. That is the one. Nice. I want to allocate for this more CPU memory. I want to give the limits, CPU memory limits for this container. You can have more than one container also. In one deployment, you can have more than one containers also. You can have one more container also. Like you can have one more container also here. Something separate one. You can have it. So now keep this thought in one deployment, you can have more than one in one pod, right? You can have more than one containers also. That's here replicas 3. You tell me here something will change.
Image ID. We have
This ECR URL. We'll give ECR URL. We'll create that. This is the name and this is the port number. Let me add some resources. I want to give resources, more CPU memory. So this is limits to deployment. Please, this is the one of the very good website. They have all available here, whatever you want the content. They'll give the sample. So here you see, right, this is the pod object, but what is the object I'm using here? Deployment.
deployment.
You should have the thought process was, you have to see here containers. Here also in your section also, right? This section is called container section. According to this, you have to prepare the data here. No, this resource keyword is coming under where? You see right here.
Contents.
Inside equal to I image something. That's where you have to bring it here. That's what you should have it. Can I add here? You can have it here also, not a problem. Now equal to image. Can I add here? After name,
Yes.
you can have it. It's up to you. Resources. Next. 2 spaces. Don't use the tab. Let me bring. This is the you should have when you are working, right? Copy paste as it is this code. Copy paste as it is. These lines, right? You need to, instead of, if you make, I'm sure you will get one day to this kind of situation. You may need to add multiple lines. You have to do little toggle and all here. You need to move, right? That will make you whole your one day. Even I have struggled when I was working with Incel time YAMLs. Easy trip is Control Alt, select the cursor here. I need to send these lines to inside, right here, inside. Control Alt, do arrow mark, do spaces like this. Easily you can move all the lines at one place.
Resources is missing.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will add it here. We will add it here. Yeah, we will add it here. Space.
Below one slot.
Little 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 spaces. Every object was 2 spaces you need to know. Next, this is the request. This is the, let's add one more CPU. You can have both equal also, but you shouldn't have limits, request more, limits less. You shouldn't have it. It will throw an error. Why there is an error for this?
Here there is colon is missing. Memory.
Such a quote is
Yeah,
missing.
quote is.
Now we are controlling, right, in Kubernetes. If my container, this pod can utilize still this resources only. If it try to use more than that, it will throw an error, or it will kill. For memory, right? If it goes to more than memory, it will do OOM killed. It will kill the that pod also. It will restart the pod. If memory reaches more than this, if pod tries to use, the pod will the Kubernetes will kill that pod. It will restart the pod, saying that OOM killed reason. For CPU, it will not restart. Your application will get hung. You will get hung. Now you tell me, whenever my pod comes up, I want to do my pod is correctly working or not. What concept I can use here? I want to test whenever my pod comes up, right? Before running itself, I wanted to do something checks. Load balancer does, right, for EC2 missions behind target group level.
Health check.
Here, what is the concept? In Kubernetes, before coming pod, I wanted to do something. You know already the story. Liveness probe, readiness probe.
Okay.
Liveness Pro. Let's check this keyword. Readiness Pro. Go here. See the syntax. See the syntax. There are different liveness probes are there. One is the command check. We wanted to call the Apache URL. Liveness HTTP request is this one. Now they'll give the example for pod. We will copy to here. This also coming equal to the whom image.
Image.
Copy these lines as it is. Liveness probe equal to this resources. Liveness probe. And there is a one more guy, readiness probe also. I'll copy both of them. Readiness probe. Inside this, here it will tell you what URL you want to check. What path you want to check. You want to check HTTP path. You can check port also. Port is live or not. HTTP. Let's copy all these lines. I don't want to check headers. Let's remove this. Here HTTP get again inside little this two. One copy paste. This will go as it is here as well. Beauty with the VS Code, right? If you copy like this, na, you no need to do again indentation. Don't copy till like this. Don't do. Copy till here, till total this. Enter. Don't keep the cursor. Bring here. Automatically the indentation will come. Now liveness probe, HTTP get readiness probe. This is the correct. Simple. This guy. See how it will the beauty. Give me deployment object. Having with don't say that you don't know the coding after this guy. Nice. Yes. This has some kind of timelines also. We'll copy these timelines. Behind it is bringing that Kubernetes website only. Don't think it is doing something. Instead of you reading it, this is reading for you and then giving it. Add it here. Now, yes, this will be like, it will wait for some time. Like HTTP, you have like target group level. Let's say my pod is down now. Inside the pod, content is not working. It will check for 3 times. For liveness probe, right? It will keep on restart the pod if it fails. This one fails. Liveness probe fails. For readiness probe, it will not restart. It will stop sending the traffic. That's what here. This is some kind of tunable parameters you can change. You can ask the developers also. In our case, you see, right? In our case, right, we created one file na, for to check the health check only specifically. You see right here. Now you tell me, I need to change here some parameters here. In this guys, you know already what server I'm using here.
HTTP Apache.
What has to be changed here?
Path.
What I need to give? If you do / which file, it will check. If you do localhost
Index.html.
now that yes, it will check the index.html. That is correct. Nice. Next, we created a separate file right here. Specific each file.
Yeah, index.html and health.html.
You can go, for example, health. Sometimes developer will tell you they'll create a separate HTML, health check HTML like this. Depends upon the code. Now one more very important. You have on the screen.
Port.
This has to be changed. Nice. Now we will deploy this. This is the one sample which has the readiness probe, resources you have defined, replicas you have defined. 3 replicas are running. Now, what you need to create extra guy?
We have to create a image.
That we will come next one more guy after deployment.
Service.
Let's bring the gopher. Don't go here. Here only, if you go sample, right? This guys, I'll tell you the walkthrough of this concept. This is a very good place where you can check all the concepts.
Service.
These are the ones you are deploying, pods, deployment objects. There will be one section, yeah, service. Here, service. Simple, we'll get it. This is the guy. Now say that static. Yes, basically. And yes, target port is the 80. And this name, this name should match. So I cannot use that directly. What I'll do here, I'll replace with this guy. This is the guy. In the deployment YAML, right? You will have a section called this guy. You can think this guy, these labels. It will select these labels only, these labels here. So I had given it. Service will select whom? Service will select whom?
Deployment.
Deployment. Are the pod, whatever the pod objects created the object. Service can forward to STS also. It can forward to STS also. Stateful set also. Good. Now, this has been there. Next, what is the other guy pending?
Ingress.
Ingress. Let's go here. Ingress. This is based upon the path based as well as host based. Only it is host based. So this is path based. Let's go with the host based. This is specific path type, host based. Let's go with the host based. Copy this guy. Let's remove all these. Let's say static ingress. I'll say that static path is slash, and you need to give your service name here. This service name, this name should match this both, this name. And your service port number also should match. This is your service port number. This is your container port number. Yes. This is the nice. Ingress. You need to give something na here. Ingress class also. You remember, right? Nothing. Each ingress you need to. There was one class was there. Ingress class. I remember. In our here. It will come under spec. After spec, little equal to rules. Oh, rules did we remove? Completely did I remove? Yes. I think I removed the rules. Let's add the one more keyword. 1, 2. Here equal to, you should have rules. Yes. Rules. Under the rules, let's see the syntax again. Yeah. Rules equal to host only. This is correct. Yes. Now, what is your job while migrating monolithic to microservices here? What did you do? Previously, it was running in the VM. Now, where we are going to deploy the same application?
EKS.
What did you do? What did we do now? What is our job?
We have to create a cluster in EKS first.
Infrastructure setup.
Yeah.
Next.
We have to create a ECR, means like a repo. Means like a what we call ECR repo.
Next.
Where we can put our images. Yeah.
Mm.
Then we have to call that to our deployment YAML, that image.
Yeah. No, what if I get the same question, right? My job, I'll say like this. Okay, I have worked on the code part, breaking that monolithic to modules developer has taken. For this microservices, right? I have created the resources, like the resources in the sense infrastructure point of view, namespaces. And then this we had exactly Docker files. We had given sometimes developers also will write the Docker file, and then we had given them, we have directed them how to write the Docker files or something, or you can say that I have been worked on it. Then the deployment manifest, the setup ingress controller, deployment YAML. In the deployment YAML, restricting those resources, I have written it. We used to do this. Next time onwards, we will give the sample to them. Next time onwards, developers only will take care of this job next time onwards. If developers are very busy, your job is to regularly. Sometimes, right, in some projects I have seen it, we will make one template to them. They will clone that repo, everything. When they clone this repo, everything this comes. They will be changing these values. They will deploy it. For production, I will come. My job is to for production. Majority. Yeah. Good. Any thoughts you want to ask on this? Monolithic to microservices. Cool. Now code is been added. You see it, what is the tool? Where I'm modifying everything. The EC2 missions are in my local, whatever I'm doing it.
Local.
Local. One file got not saved. What is that file? Local. Now, code is there in the local, right? We need to send this code into some place now. Go to that place. Same folder. Check what files we have created now. Can you guys tell me what are all the files we have modified, created it?
Git status.
Git.
Status.
New file you added. One more file. Some folder you created it. Inside this folder, there are the files were there. Next. You want to track, right? These files. You need to track. These are the untracked. Git not yet generated or commit IDs for these files. You can think. Not yet generated it. If you want to create commit IDs, temporary commit IDs, which is called staging area, Git.
Add.
Yeah. Now you see, right? Git status. Now it is tracking. I'm able to track these files. These are the temporary could have created it. But these files are still in which area right now? Virtually, it is in the staging area. Now, you cannot push files from here to directly to SCM. You need to do one more commit. Git commit. What was this? Status deploy. Commit. Next, git branch. Check in which branch. Next, git push. Origin branch. Done. Awesome. The files are in which branch right now? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Feature branch.
Feature branch in which repo files could have been to here also into our repo. Please, I'll give this repo to you guys. Please take this as a reference. Or you go to my name, you can search in the internet because I kept it the public. You can take this as a reference. Now let's refresh this one. Right now we are in the main. Let's see, it is asking immediately after you push. Do you want to do compare pull and request? Let's go to the branch here. Cool. The files are ready here right now. Next, what is pending? Yes, code is ready. Next, what is pending?
We have to write a means like Jenkins like the pipeline script, like what
How
to
to
do,
do it?
like how to.
New item.
Yeah.
Let's what I can do right here. Instead of this, right, this many, I'll create one view, separate view for Kubernetes. So let's create a view. KTS. KTS, I'll say simple. List view something, create. Apply. Okay. If you go all here, everything will be there. I'll go to KTS. Here I will create my specific job here. Specific job. New item. Static. Deploy. Static. Yeah, deploy. Go for now freestyle job. Add to current view. Next, what I need to do? Tell me.
We have to means like allow source code management. We have to allow here that repo URL we have to keep, or we can copy that to the previous ones also, right?
Yeah, that is separate altogether different VM, right?
But okay, fine.
Next.
We have to write build steps.
Branch. This you know, right? When to do the job.
We have to put a hook. We can.
That now let's open it. Now tell me here what I need to do. Let's go to the code. I'll keep a one script, separate script here. Let's create a one I'll create here a simple folder in the repo itself so that it will be easy to track yourself. This is for yourself. I'm writing. Test.sh. Okay. Whatever the commands here it goes, right? I'll write it here. Tell me. Build. Next. If you run the job, apply, save. Let's say, for example, I have not given any steps. Okay. If I do build now, what will happen behind?
The code will come to Jenkins from the repo.
Build now.
Jenkins workspace.
Exactly. Now here, if you go here now, where was this man? Here only folder will come now. Workspace. Now files came in. Now files came. Now you are you need to deploy to the VM or Kubernetes.
Kubernetes.
That's where your SSH commands will not work right now. Previously, this and all
Right.
for whose purpose? This is to VM to send.
VM.
Now to where we
Right.
need to send? To Kubernetes, right?
Okay.
So Kubernetes,
Right.
you cannot copy the files in the first command. Tell me immediately.
We have to create a Docker build. -t.
Let's go to that. What is the ECR repo is there? Oh, I'm in North Virginia. My cluster is in India. India. Mumbai.
Yeah, first. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's click one. Static. App.
Scan.
You'll have a repository. Copy this URL. These commands also they'll give. Okay. Click on this guy. We push commands. First, let's go. First login. View.
WordWrap.
Just easy. AWS is here. Who will run this command? Which user will run?
Jenkins only will run.
That's what here. Right? Sudo. We already made the Jenkins user as a sudo user, right? Last time. Sudo files. You
Right.
before running, if you go to the Jenkins behind, right? You can run these commands behind. You can go to the Jenkins as such. You can run, right? If you want to manually, you can do that.
Right.
Now this is login. Next.
Build.
Sudo docker tag
We'll change to build. -t.
t space dot this number na I'll make a build number.
Okay. $.
Exactly. I don't want to trigger with my number. Let's whatever the Jenkins number come, right? Let's go build underscore number. Dot.
There. Yeah. Build spelling is wrong.
Next.
Yeah. We have to.
What we are doing, I'm putting a comment, log into ECR with what user? Jenkins.
Jenkins.
So only we made a sudo prerequisite Jenkins user to be sudo already. That is what next year.
You are building image.
Docker image. This is what it will not take this file. Okay, this will take this file only. If you want to take this file, you need to specify -f this file. It is specify -f. Now Docker image done. Next.
We have to run. Push the image. Sudo.
Awesome.
Again here latest. Yeah. Build number.
Cool. Next. Done. Push image went into here.
Now we have to log into the
till now what are these steps called?
CI.
That's what we expect you in the interview. Hey, write a cell script. This cell script little logic we will keep. If this fail, if something for loop and all. That's what cell script is, nothing but a group of commands. If you know this kind of deployment commands, that is enough. You write this snippet for us. That's we expect you. Please, I'm requesting you guys in the interview nowadays, they'll ask you to share your screen. You have to write some snippet. You can ask them, can I use the internet or something? But don't ask them to use ChatGPT. Can I use the internet? You can go on that. Okay, cool. So now CA is ready. Next, what is pending?
Yeah, we have to log into the
Deploy.
it's like EKS cluster. Yeah.
Yeah. Get the first. Get the
See config
cube config. To which user?
Jenkins.
Jenkins. It should be here like this. You should have it in home directory. Home directory is called like this. Dot cube. First, get the cube config. So let me. That is the one. Next, after you get the cube config, you will be go into this. Where are the ML files? Into this folder, right?
Deploy.
ed deploy folder.
Deploy.
I go to deployment folder. Now here now.
We have to go that path,
This
image path.
first time only you need a little struggle here, right? Where
Yeah, build number.
that bill number will not work. We need to.
Oh, okay.
That will be only to here inside the Jenkins only. It will work in the. This will be valid only here only in the Jenkins shell only. This is separate,
Understand.
right? It will not take the camel. We need to replace that. What I'll do? Let's see. Let's see. Do I have anywhere tag? Let's search for tag. No. Okay. I'll keep a variable called here tag. Okay. Tag. Tag. Say yeah. Keep that tag only so that. What I'll do here in my script, right? I'll update that. There is a command to replace that tag scd -i. There is one command. You can replace it s/tag with this build number. Let's see. Give this deployment dot employ. Here, what it will do in this deployment.ml, this value will get replaced with this one. Which guy? Build
Build
number.
number.
Next. kubectl apply -f.
Apply -f deploy data.
Or you can do simple command dot also. Dot will take all
All.
these. Let's go for now. Just habituate it. Done. Done. Done.
Service.
Just to habituate, I'm making. After you deployment, wait for some time. 10 seconds. Let's keep it. Because pod has to come up, right? Pods has to come up. This is the one-time setup, not a problem. This is the one-time setup. You can deploy as many as times SVC ingress until if there is no change. No, not a problem. But if there is a change only, they will get deployed. Okay, that is the one. Next, sleep 10 seconds. Wait for 7 seconds. Check the pods are running or not. kubectl get pivo -n. Create a namespace static. Can I create a namespace here if I want? I can create ns static. Next time, what will happen? Already namespace exists, you will get a warning. This is a one-time setup command. Create ns. Check a pods. Check a. I want to see that. kubectl get svc -n static. kubectl get ing -n static. So this is the one snippet. Copy this all that. Keep it here. Build environments. Here. Yeah, give these comments, all those. Yeah, all these comments, keep it here. This script will, can I expand it? Yeah. You can see here all these comments. You had given shell, login TCR, sudo. Now one is pending now. One is in this. Getting the kube config. Can you guys tell me what is the command to get the kube config?
AWS.
This is the one. Get the kube config. Here you have to give your region code, our region, wherever your cluster is there. Let's check our cluster. Please, we will get some issues. You have to tell me. You already know the story. Where do we don't have clusters? Oh,
Yeah, we have to create it.
oh,
I think
sorry.
we are in different, yeah, region.
This was our cluster. This is the command to get that. Next, region code.
How to change to US. Yes, or maybe South one.
This will get the kube config for which user it will get added to which user, not to EC2.
Jenkins.
Jenkins
Yeah.
user home directory it will get added. Nice. Copy this. Done. What are the changes done? Yes. Mostly these are the ones. Go back to Jenkins. Apply. Save. Build now. I created a separate view here. If you go to here, right, you will have a multiple ways. You can have a one more view, VM, something monolithic or whatever. It's up to you. Okay. You can move the jobs to here. All will show all the jobs, created jobs, everything. I want to set specific dedicated jobs. I'll go here. Nice. Something is running. Some process is running. So your authentication token as expert, re-authenticate, try again. Something. Yeah, very good. Very good. YAML got failed. You choose ignore errors, turn the validation. Nice, nice, nice. Bill got failed. Now let's go back to see the step by step. Go back here. Click on this cross symbol directly. It will open the log. So this is what the sometimes they may ask you. My Jenkins job got failed. How do you troubleshoot? You should know what is the error. You should know what are the commands they are running it. Don't assume that some kind of random answer something. You need to see that based upon the error, based upon that we will troubleshoot. Now you know right behind you had given some kind of commands. First command. Cannot perform. Oh, something got changed. Login. Did I copy as it is? Second, yeah. First command, observe here. You know already the story. A few minutes. Who is running your commands now?
Jenkins.
Previously, where we did, who ran it? Previously, in our case. Previously, when we were doing it manually, like previously, all these commands, Docker build, kubectl, who ran those commands? Previously. Not today, previously. Let's say, for example, when we were learning the Docker, when we were learning the kubectl commands, right? Who ran those commands?
We are running.
We
that.
manually
We are
running.
manually.
Now you give those commands to whom?
Jenkins.
All those commands. Now single click. If you do single click, all those commands are running now. Now go back here. Jenkins. Where Jenkins is running? It is in a EC2. Now you are interacting with multiple services. ECR, EKS. You had given in the job, the UI. Here you had given all those commands. Here. These commands, AWS ECR login. Now behind where it will be running in the OS only, right? They'll be running in the OS inside EC2. You are interacting from where to where? EC2 to ECR. One more.
One second.
EC2 to EKS. You need something in between.
Role. I am role. Having policy. So
What and all policies you need? ECR policy you
ECR,
need. EKS policies. All these policies you need. Now, we'll go more granular. Let's make the first cut working first. Go to Jenkins. Security somewhere. Click on the role. You had given name EKS only, but what permissions you had given? S3.
Yes.
Let's give for now immediately this guy admin permissions. You see, right, in the job, you are getting some errors. You see, right, some errors. What errors you are getting, you see, right, somewhere here. The image has been built.
Authentication.
The image has been built, Docker image. Now go little top here. Somewhere you got an error. Authorization token, no identity policy. There is no policy authorization token, and some error you got, error cannot perform. And one more, some errors you see, right, permission denied error. You cannot in case describe cluster because you are running one command, AWS EKS get kube config command. That's where it is failing. Now we fixed it. Let's run it back again. Tell me CI/CD now. Two answers you know, right? One is to VM, another is answer to Kubernetes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Docker image. What login succeeded. Good. You can put echo messages if you want. If you want very good English messages, right? You can put English messages there. Image is getting pushed. Let's see. Here we will have an image. What is the one tool I'm using to do all my operations?
Jenkins.
Jenkins. That no server image came. The 3 image came. You see, right? How the 3 image came? Build number.
Yeah.
Now deployed also. Ingress also created it. We are waiting for some time, right? Some seconds. We went into some sleeping mode. Nice. Service got created. Ingress, it will take some time. I don't want to log into the cluster now. I want to see what are the pods are running. What I'll do, I'll get a separate jobs, the KTS folder. I don't want to log into the cluster. There is no GUI at all. Sorry, CLI at all now. Next onwards. Here, what I'll say, list
Or
something objects, something. Go here. In the job, there is no code. Directly what I'll do, build steps. There is no code in the job here. Where is this guy? The job now. Get the kube config. Then sleep for 2 seconds because kube config sometimes will take. Kube still get PO F1A. Kube still get SVC F1A. Kube still get ng -a something. I want to see all the namespaces what are there. Next time onwards, whether they are running or not, something. You see that I am avoiding completely to log into servers, right? Now in the GUI only I'm making it, but you know, behind where these commands are running, behind in a shell, right? Instead of you logging to the server, who is logging for you now?
Jenkins login.
Jenkins. Now, if someone asks me to, hey, give me the what are the pods are running, I'll give the job to them, right? Next time onwards. They can check themselves, right? Let's see here. Some pods are running. They are running in a different namespace, plus many. Oh, some pods are in pending. Oh my God, did we scale many? That many? Oh, we have scaled many, I think, last time. Some errors are there. Our pods are running. Some pods are running. This is what our image. Now our situation. Now pod is in what status? Invalid image. Now you can do describe from here also, but it takes little time, right, to describe every time here. Now what I'll do, I'll go to something. I'll check it. My here, what is their status? My pods are not running here. Because how I know? This is the namespace. This is the one something here. Now here are these guys. Where is the ingress gala? Ingress. We got a load balancer also. No? Yeah. No. Some issue is there. Load balancer not created it here. Yeah. Cool. I'll pass it here. We'll continue little further tomorrow. Oh. So you tell me now. This is the answer, one of the answer. The answer will change based upon the one guy. the target guy.
VM and EKS.
That's where you have to transit your answer completely to one biased way. Okay, don't make the confusion. Don't tell them you are doing blah blah something. Go with one straight answer. If they start discussions on it, or you guys are not applying to the any VM, then you start that discussion, next discussion. You stick to one area. Don't bring the two of the answers. Don't make the confusion yourself. Bring to one area. This answer, right now you have the two context. One is for VM, another is for containers. For containers, in the code itself, you have a Docker file, a manifest file. How do you deploy the latest image? There is a tag, right? Build number. This is the guy, is very important guy. This is the guy. In this, right? This command is a very important command. This command. Whenever you make a code change, your Docker image will build with this build number. This tag, you are replacing this YAML. This is the one of the most important command. This will take your latest image. If you say, right, I'm sure we will have a very good thought here. How are you taking the that image build? You can say that we are using SCD command. I'm replacing this YAML. You can say that. Good. I'll pass it here. We'll continue tomorrow. Chalo guys. Thank you. I'll push all this code to SEM. You can get this code reference. Please.
Thank you.
Okay, it is. You see how beauty it is in the VS Code. No comments. Done. Single command. That's it. Code will get synced. There is no git add, git commit. All those for mostly for interview point of view. If you try to use VS Code, they'll get eliminated. Chalo guys, thank you.
Thank you.